Okay, so before we will start, let us pray first, everyone, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Prayer to Saint Rita. O glorious Saint Rita, you who did share in the marvelous manner the Lord Jesus, be the grace to suffer in patience the miseries of this life, and be my refuge in all my necessities. Amen. Saint Rita, pray for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our department orientation. As expected, I will not anymore talk about our vision mission, our faculty, as well as the activities in our department. I think as old students, you are fully aware of what we do in our department, and hopefully we can also include more new activities to come, God willing. So later lang ako na i-discuss with the concerned people for each activity. But for now, what matters the most is the orientation of our school handbook. I know you are already aware of the school handbook when you were still freshman students, but right after the pandemic, we were not able to actually finalize the handbook last year. Although we removed some of the health and safety protocols because we transferred now to face-to-face nga modality, but it is not until karon pa siya nga nagdungag mi og mga additional nga policies and also guidelines for students, most especially for honor students, so that mas strengthen pa jud nato ang discipline as well as student formation sa ato ang student body, no? So on behalf of Ma'am Via, I will be the one who will be conducting the handbook orientation. Anyway, mga program heads man put together with the Dean of College ang nag-sit down and So I'll be also talking about the retention policy as one of, although aware naman po mo tanan, no, kay pag classroom orientation with your subject teachers, I already mentioned sa inyong mga college professors nga it's very important to highlight the. And by the way, this session is recorded, so again, for those who were not able to be with us, either I can schedule a separate orientation for them, kay ang limit raman ni Google Meet is 100 participants, or they can just watch this recording. But again, matter man gud ang attendance, automatic na ang attendance ma-generate sa Google Meet nako nga account right after we end our orientation for this afternoon. Don't worry, it will not take much. Di man ako jud tagsa-tagsaon tanan. Those substantial and vital parts ra of the handbook ang ako ang i-prioritize. So again, just some few reminders. We started with wearing of the school uniform just this Monday. Old students naman mo, you are expected to wear your complete school uniform every time that you go to school. Now for Sibam, we will set a schedule for when you will wear your institutional uniform, that is the school uniform, katong long sleeve, necktie, skirt for women, and then katong polo shirt nga white for men, and then the department uniform, so katong tourism uniform for BSTM, and the corporate attire for BSBA. So for those who have Monday classes, they will wear their institutional uniform every Monday, katong school uniform din siya, no? And then the corporate or tourism uniform will be worn every Tuesday. Now for the corporate uniform, as per discussion with the dean, so we have already agreed that it has to be worn only by the third year and fourth year students, just to avoid mga additional cost, no, sa mga younger years or lower years rather. And then for BSTM, so it is actually a requirement from first year to fourth year because you will be conducting trainings, activities outside of the school frequently than the BSBA students. So that is why it is necessary to have the tourism uniform since first year pa, no? Starting first year. For the department shirt, we will just follow with the other program so that my uniform tanan, that will be worn every Friday. And then for PE attire sa first year and second year, and then decent civilian clothing will be worn every Saturday. Okay? I hope that is clear, students. I still see some students who are not following the correct uniform sa students, no? Please do not mind the faculty because you don't have any uniform yet. You're still waiting ma-finalize ang uniform sa faculty so that parehas na tanan, no? But for the students, it's given naman na siya, no? You're still under the umbrella of ARSC as well. ARSC will be checking also your uniform. So you have to abide with the policies. Okay? Anyway, once our school uniform as teachers will be available, we will also do the same. But for now, kamo dyan ang i-prioritize. Okay? We will not go over with the history of Santa Rita. You can read that one in another day once you have free time, hopefully. We will skip with this one and proceed with the retention policy. Again, let me communicate the retention policy. Balik-balikon dyan ako ninyo para musulod sa inyong utok, no? So again, it is a requirement. Required dyan siya, dili kay optional lang. But you have to meet with our retention policy. Let me just zoom in so that it would be visible. If dili visible sa screen, you can pinch the screen or rotate your screen nga par horizontal so that madako ang screen, no, ma-enlarge, makita ninyo ang text properly. Or just pinch the screen to zoom in. So, for our retention policy, it is very important that in our department, you will follow that one so that to make sure that we uphold standards in our department. The main reason why we have the retention policy is that you will be encouraged to do well in your academics, and hopefully you'll be able to meet the demands of the industry once you graduate. Before, we did not establish any retention policy because as long as you will reach the grade of 75, but I've noticed nga kamadugayon murag ang estudyante very complacent na lang. And I realized nga, anadra sila sa bare minimum. Ginahan na sila 75 or ilahang madawat. So, I really do not want that as much as possible. We try to avoid grades nga line of 7 if makaya. Sa makaya lang ha, syempre. And I want you to do well in your academics. That is what matters the most. So, you will have a retention policy of 78 for both BSTM and BSBA in all courses. So, correction, it's not for major courses only or subjects only, but in all courses, appeal na ang GE. Okay? Which are your minor courses, no? In order to remain in the program. So, naatay mga warning, no? 4 times man na siya. So, verbal warning lang usa for the first offense once ang imuhang grade will be below 78 or 2.0. For the second offense, there will be a parent and teacher consultation together with the program head. So, for example, si Sir Gibson, no, i-call niya imong attention kay ikaduha na naakay 75 or 76. Ikaduha na ni siya, you're having trouble with the subject. Regardless kung prelim or midterm na siya, basta within the semester. Maglisod na ka og catch up. So, daghan na kay kag line of 7. So, ipatawag ka. Dayon, i-inform po ko. And your parent as well. So, you will inform your parent, ikaw sad nga student, nga if dili ka ka-focus, if you are struggling with your student loads, nga murag lisod kaayo i-keep up, kay mura ni imong makaya. So, the next time nga dili ka kaabot sa grade requirement of 78, your student load or your subjects will be reduced by 3 units. Basically, just one subject, no? Not too harsh compared to other universities nga immediately tag 6 units na, no? Duha dayon ka subjects ang taktako niya. That will make you an irregular student. Okay? So, imagine mo, no, na kay usa ka subject nga di nimo matake just because you weren't able to maintain the required grade in our retention policy. And this is not a new thing anymore. No, other programs have been doing this for a very long time, like ang education and ang midwifery, because they have board exam. Okay? Naman sila'y board exam, and syempre, dapat college pa lang daan, maningkamot na silang academics. Sa tua, even though we don't have board exam, but you will still be encouraged to take civil service. And for you to actually do well and pass the civil service, you have to really make sure na you will do well in college as well. No? Kaya it's a ripple effect. If you have a good study habit in college, and then once you graduate, madala man siya po na nimo, especially if you're going to review for exams. Okay? Kung ginahan pa ka more into the academe, if you want to become a teacher in business ad or in tourism, so part na po na siya. No? This is part of your training. And in general, again, not just so that you can develop a good study habit in preparation for the civil service. In general, once you graduate, you'll be able to meet the demands of the industry. Okay? So the third offense, again, student load will be reduced by 3 units. So syempre sa second offense, ipabalo na daan imuhang parent as well as ikaw unsa ang consequence if dili ka catch up and mapunan or below 78 pa jud ang imuhang grade on the third time. For the fourth offense, student will be asked to transfer to another program. So if dili man jud makaya, dili man ka na mo pugson, you will be advised to transfer. Again, I will just accommodate your questions right after our orientation. Please save all of your questions for later, okay? Para matingob siya tanan. There will be no disruption sa ako ang presentation. So fourth offense, student will be asked to transfer to another program. Either you will go to IT, kaya wala man sa retention policy. And that is okay with me. I want my students when they graduate, maka-receive sa quality education. At the same time, na doon sila nakatunan. Kay, dili man siya po na para sa ako, para man na sa inyong ha. No? It is my pride to see all of my students when they graduate, ilarge yung own nga paningkamot, no? Paningkamot sa pag-school at the same time, they have good grades. And this is not to pressure you, but this is to discipline you. Because in real life, dili naman na pa-easy-easy sa real life. Not unless if you don't want to work, but the main goal is after college, you will eventually work. Okay? Or maybe own your own business, diba? So, kinahanglan man na siya nga, it's part of life. No? College is preparing you for real life. So, if mabalhin ka sa teacher education, 85 ang ilahang retention policy, far more higher than the College of Business Administration and Tourism Management, and for caregiving is 80. So, paano lang, at least ito, 78, attainable pa na siya. Okay? Paningkamot lang dyan mo og tuon. So, what will happen if, syempre, ang estudyante mag-struggle? We have an academic probation. So, students who fail to get the required average mentioned in the retention policy per program will be placed on academic probation. So, again, no, either you will reduce the subject load, you will repeat or retake the subject, or you will be advised to transfer. So, the academic probation policy per department differs, okay? Lahi ang sa CBAM, lahi ang sa tourism, not tourism, lahi ang sa education, lahi ang sa midwifery. So, you must be faithful in your compliance with the disciplinary rules and regulations on conduct and behavior. So, we are very strict on cheating. As much as possible, we try to avoid that. Kabalo na mo sinatabo sa una, daghan na kay kong ipatawag sa mga kabalo jud ko, kinsa ni mga following people, and you also know yourselves. Pero the main reason why we're very strict on cheating is because we do not want you to rely on mga kudigo no dapat maningkamot jud mo. Kaya it's part of your discipline as a person. Kung maanad mo og sayon-sayon lang, once you work, you'll become lazy, you'll become complacent, maanad na mo og sayon na lang tanan. So, syempre, you would really struggle in real life. And again, I'm not doing this for myself, but I'm doing this for you, no? For the students. Anyway, di man po ka-appreciate ani, not unless if makatrabaho na jud mo mismo, no? Kabalo na jud mo. So you have to take active part in any activity or projects that the course may require. Later on, I will also share with you the grading system. Part of that will be research work, kanang mga quizzes, or formative assessment. Your quizzes are formative assessment, and then your summative assessments are your prelim, midterm, and final examinations or major exams. So dako kay na siya og percentage sa inyong nga grade. And syempre, in order for you to have good grades, you have to take active part in any activities or projects that the course may require. Again, let me remind our students, hapit na ang prelim exam, sa katong mga activities or projects nga gihatag nako tong under sa kuha nga subject, under sa subject ni Sir Christopher, under sa subject ni Sir Gibson, you have to comply all of those missing activities or outputs nga wala ninyo na comply so that ma-appeal pa siya og compute right after the prelim exam. You need to submit that before the prelim exam within this week, para pag prelim exam, mag-check na lang inyong teacher sa inyong answers sa test papers plus inyong mga output scores or quizzes, and then makasubmit na sila og grades by October, first week of October. Kaya kung mapadugay-dugay mo, maabtan pag midterm mo, submit mo og prelim activities, dili na mo na i-compute, no? Kaya sige, hulaton pa mo sa inyong mga teachers nga mo submit mo para mag-compute, mag-submit may grades niya. Kusog na ba kay kumaningil o grado sa inyong mga teachers kay mag-deliberation na pod for honors, ha? So please, help us, no? Kami, i-urge mo consolidate sa inyong grades. All you have to do is just comply, okay? Also, do your part as a student. And then, must give importance to your class attendance and academic proficiency. Now, let me remind you of our 10 absences nga policy, which was not highlighted last year but was already in our student handbook. Kani siya nga policy, class, let us be clear on this. This has already been established way before the pandemic. But because pandemic happened and we do understand the situation of the student, na adjay times nga dili si student maka-appeal og online classes kay tungod sa ma-disconnect siya or poor internet connection. So we allow nga dili lang sa ta mag-strict on absences. Pero karon kay face-to-face naman ta. And blended learning pa jud ta. Okay? Or flipped classroom ang ato ang modality. That means we have face-to-face classes and we have online classes or online activities. Once a week na lang ganit mo meet sa tong teacher, kay di naman twice a week, kay mahal na kayo ang plate pati buko, mo absent pa jud mo ana. Pasabton ta mo ha, kay daghan kay sa inyong diri mo attend rag klase kung kanos ara ginahan. Let us be clear on this. 10 absences without valid reason or prior notice to the subject teacher and program head, the student will be dropped from the course or subject. And let us also remind you that mabutagay nag 5 absences nga wala ka nagpabalo and dili valid reason, kay ipatawag imong attention. Verbal warning usa sa teacher. Kay day 5 na imong absences ha. Hapit na ka mabingo day, hapit na ka mo graduate ani nga course og sayo. Hapit na ka mo bakasyon og sayo. So 10 absences without valid reason or prior notice, mapawa ka nagpabalo sa teacher, drop. 5 gani ka absences, verbal warning. 10 absences, i-drop na dayon ka. Okay? At least, na-aware pa kadaan ka before ka na-drop nga. Kung nag-drop na ka ha, kay 5 na raban ni imuhang absences sa gunson. So, kung valid man ang reason, dili na valid ang mamakals ka ha, kay birthday sa imuhang parente or dili na siya valid. Unsa man ang makover sa valid reason? Valid reason gani is when there's a medical emergency, na adjay ka ng emergency sa inyong balay nga dili jud pwede nga dili ka kabiya sa balay. Okay? Mo kuan na ka, hatod mo gunawa kung uyab ma'am kay maskwila nagsibo ka, yati ra pod, no? Dili pod na siya pwede. That's not a valid reason. A valid reason is medical emergencies. Or for example, if na-adjay ko sa balay, makasabot man taan na. No? Ako, makasabot raman siya ko basta dili na taabusaran. So, malangkid nga ma'am, I'm not really feeling well, 2 days ko absent. Pabalo ka na ko so that ma-screenshot na ko imuhang message, isa na ko sa inyong teacher sa group chat. Or, ang uban ganino, I really appreciate my students sa second year, tourism and third year BSTM. Na sila printed letter, ihatag jud sa kuya, tagsa-tagsa pa jud ang maestra. O di man ako na i-require sa tanan kay mahal magpa-print, no? Not unless if we have our own printer. Pero Masking the kind gesture lang of sending me a message in a polite way nga, ma'am, good morning. This is Monisha. This is Juan de la Cruz from second year BSBA. I would like to be excused from class today, ma'am, and I'm not really sure if eskwela pa po ko ugma kay na ako'y fever karon. Okay? Nanghid lang yun. Dilipod ka ng mamakak nga pananghid. Please, okay? Makita na mo dito, mag-post-post sa Facebook. Ay, my day. Kita na mo sa Gaisano. Uy, ano siya, gilantan siya. Nalagi ni siya diri, ha? Kamura po anay makuan. Kamura gailad sa inyong kaugalingon. Okay? Anyway, di man po kami ang maalkansi if absent mo, di ba? Kamu man, kaya nag-miss out mo og activities. And since we are a private institution, we implore our students to please pay your tuition fees and other financial obligations faithfully and on time. We are not funded by the government. Operational costs run by the school, and even the salary of your faculty, of the faculty members and staff of the institution, are from the tuition fees of the students. And especially karon nga ko kanang usa na taog campus karon na ay mga additional expenses kapag repurchasing of books and all. We're not funded by the government. So please if it's possible, pay your tuition fees on time. Now we do understand if mag-struggle jud, maglisod pa karon, accept man tag promissory note, but as much as possible dili pa abto na until finals kay kamo ra man Japon mag-suffer students kay dako na kayo yung balances, maabot nag 14,000, wala pa mo'y bayad-bayad kay sige ra og promissory. If na nagani kwarta ipadala si mama, ibayad dayon para makuhaan ang inyong hang balance dito, magkagamay na siya, ha? Kay we are not a charity case. Let us remind you that we are a private institution. Okay? We do not have the same privileges as kanang mga government schools, state universities and colleges. We do not have that kind of privilege. Now, this is for the graduating students. Basing gatuo mo nga makagraduate mo dayon, wala layo pa gani kaayo ta. So let us remind you that you have to complete all of your courses in the curricula, wala may mabilin nga subjects, so that you'll be eligible for graduation. And please, if possible, if you can submit your OJT certificate, this is for the second semester, if you can submit your OJT certificate as early as possible, ASAP, because right after that you will give your OJT certificate, we will request for the special order dito sa CHED. Si CHED manggod karon class, very strict na siya kaayo. Before, para makasabot mo tanan ha, kay maglalis na pod mo sa GC parehas last year. Before manggod, okay raman siya nga bahalag walay OJT certificate, maka-request ra mig special order for your diploma, and then we will wait 60 days after the special order usa ta maka-graduation. Karon lahi naman si Alvarez. In Region 6, they're very strict with that because nabantayan nila during the pandemic na ay nakagraduate nga wala naka-OJT. To be sure and to be safe, they will require the institution to send the original copy of the OJT certificate of the students and ipadala na sa CHED para maka-request me for special order. Dili ta maka-graduation class ha if wala tay special order from CHED. So, dapat maka-submit na tag-OJT certificate with the list of graduating students, complete na ilahang mga subjects, wala na sila mga back subjects, and then, maka-request na may special order, ihap mi og 60 days o sa may maka-decide og graduation day. Munang dili ta magsige og reklamo nga dugay kayang graduation day, naabot ta og June or July, kay tungod man na siya class nga maghulat man siya tag 60 days after the application for special order. And makasaban man ta ni CHED if mag-graduation ta without the special order. Part man na nga naa sa diploma. Okay? Makasabot ang all. And then 600 hours required for OJT for both BSTM and BSBA. Both programs are allowed to conduct their OJT outside of San Carlos City, given that they provide the necessary documents required for internship. And all the necessary documents will be provided by the program head, together with your endorsement letter, your memorandum of agreement, your medical records or medical certificate, ana, kamo na ana mo lokat, depende na siya sa requirements sa establishment. And also your resume and application letter, kamo na ana. I will not allow mo OJT ang katong wala kabot og 80% sa mga subjects nga gitake. Okay, kasaban mi ana ni Shed. You'll skip student facilities. You already know this one. You know where our registrar is, health offices. This is not mine to discuss. So si Ma'am Via na mukuan. Arita sa school policies, rules, and regulations. Paliw lang jud ko tawon og paminaw ani, no? So it is assumed once enrolled, students must know, observe, and follow all the policies, rules, and regulations of the college. Therefore, every Rotarian is expected to abide the following. Number 1, conduct herself with dignity in deportment at all times, both inside and outside the campus, and uphold the moral standards of Catholic institution. Dignity in deportment, no? Dili magkatag sa eskwelahan, sulod og outside sa campus, magsulob sa school uniform, magtagay-tagay sa gawas. Actually, I really do not care if unsa inyong buhaton sa gawas as long as you are not wearing the school uniform because you are representing the school. If you are doing something outside sa school, just make sure nga you're not wearing the school uniform, PE, department shirt, or the institutional uniform, the corporate uniform, or the tourism uniform. Kung maghimo mo anag unsa inyong buhaton sa gawas. You're all adults, so no need naman tani mo i-micromanage, but sometimes no, pasaway ra Japon ang uban, so gina-remind Japon mo from time to time. You must join in common prayer before and after class, not unless if you are not Catholic. We do understand. We are very open to all religions, and syempre if dili man ka comfortable with the opening prayer or common prayer before and after the class, that is okay. Basta langatan lang ka sa classes regularly, okay? And you have to be punctual. Then you have to refrain from committing acts that may embarrass the college or bring dishonor to her name. Apil na magpost-post sa Facebook, no? Nya uban na ba sa inyo isog kay sa Facebook, no? Nya moatubang sa ako talawan kay dako. So palihog lang ta. Okay? Avoid doing things that you will regret later on. Okay? For the sake of clout, for the sake of just trying to say something. Pero kuan kay siya, unnecessary, inappropriate. Okay? Na kuan da yun, i-appeal din ang pangalan sa eskwelahan. Then must respect the administration, faculty and staff, including the maintenance personnel and security guards. Please, palihog lang ta mga estudyante. Let me reiterate this one. You are students of a Catholic institution. Try to act as one. We need to respect even the maintenance, no? Dili kayo inyong snaban-snaban lang. No, mo say good morning ta, good afternoon. Security guard, masuko ka kay di ka pasudlon. Kay salamat po na nimo wala ka gatarong sa imong school uniform. 'Di ba? Sorry, garanta no. Pero kanang the audacity ba nga masuko pa mo sa amo hanggang igor raman mo gibuyag. Yan yung haman na nga sayop. 'Di ba? You have to respect the administration, the AR sisters, the program heads, the faculty and staff, and not just inside the institution, but even miskin sa social media. Let's say na may times nga dili jud ka-agree sa mga ipangbuhat sa faculty, and no, to each their own, okay? Di man nimo makuan tanan, di ba? Di po na mo ma-please tanan, no? Naman jud tay own preferences. But just keep it to yourself, okay? Your Facebook is not your private diary na inyo nang i-post tanan dira. Again, I will accommodate all of your questions and concerns right after I present my discussion. Right after, you can unmute your microphone if you have some questions or concerns that you would like to raise. Number 6, you have to attend all school activities sponsored by the school as required. and then must not indulge in the use of prohibited drugs. A student who possesses or takes prohibited drugs will be sanctioned for separation or exclusion from the school. You will be banned from coming in the school campus and dili na ka-allowed to enroll again in the institution once it will makitaan mo no it will be found out nga nagdala ka og nagamit kag prohibited drugs. CSR is a smoke-free institution. Students are not allowed to smoke inside the campus, and that includes the comfort rooms. Okay, comfort rooms are for, syempre, no, to relieve ourselves ko if magpita, no, mag-water break. Pero please, no, do not make that as a, smoking area. No, smoke-free institution ta. This is to promote the welfare of the students. And then for male students, you are not allowed to wear earrings for proper decorum. That includes even officers. Okay? Yun ang mga extra ear piercings. Bahalag magsulob na mo ana outside of the school campus. You're not part of our responsibility anymore once you're outside, other than if you are wearing the school uniform. Pero inside, kindly remove your earrings. Press po sa babae, no? Okay naman ng one pair of earrings, pero daghan na kay kag ear piercings dira, pakitang-tang lang. Kay it's an eyesore, no? Dili siya, feeling mo gwapa kay mulang tao, no? Pero maybe for you, but syempre it's not really proper for our school uniform. Then help preserve and conserve school properties like water, light, apparatus, equipment. No sitting on the armchair, and please dili ta mag-vandalize. Let us respect the facilities of the institution. Every student should live an authentic Christ-centered Christian life in thought, word, and in deed. And number 12, the college department strictly prohibits students from disclosing, sharing, or leaking any private information obtained within the institution. Okay? But not limited to personal data, academic records, financial details, and any confidential information. So, dili may pwede mo release of any private information about the school to unauthorized individuals. So, we value the Data Privacy Law of 2012. Even if we record your private information digitally via Google Forms, we do not have the right to release your public information, not unless with your permission. But syempre, no, dili man na siya pwede. Kay private information good siya good. We have the Data Privacy Act of 2012 to cover that. So, number 13 is a callback to our 10 absences policy. If wala mo'y prior notice, di mapabalo sa teacher, or for example, dili valid ang reason, so again, i-drop mo sa teacher after 10 consecutive absences. Number 14, wearing the school uniform is a mandatory for all students at all times within the college premises and during official school events. Please, dili i-insert ang blouse sa babae kung mag-school uniform, gina-insert na ninyo sa inyong skirt, paki-refrain from doing so. And if you wear the school uniform, do so with respect, no, because it's a symbol of unity, identity, and discipline. If you're going to do extracurricular activities outside of the school campus, that is fine by me, as long as you do not wear your school uniform in any shape or form. Either mag-PE uniform, mag-department shirt baka, no? Or mag-school uniform, corporate attire, mag-extracurricular activities ka dira, ayaw na lang jud pagsuloban na. Okay? So, embracing the school uniform policy not only upholds the tradition of the college, but also helps maintain a focused and harmonious educational atmosphere conducive to academic and personal growth. ID, dili ipabaro sa uban, balag uyab pa na nimo, I really do not care. Your ID is your own. So, dapat ikaw ra jud anak niya, dili tabunan ang naong. How can we identify you if tabunan imong naong sa ID? Okay? Di naman na sala tahon sa camera kung dili ka kauyon sa imong naong sa ID, di ba? Na naman na, it's an identification card. So, you're not allowed to lend your ID to other people. You will be penalized accordingly. If you lost your ID, please report immediately to the Dean of College or to the Treasurer's Office para ka-apply ka og bagong ID. As of now, we will be rescheduling A new set na pod no for picture taking sa ID sa wala pa nakapa-picture. Together with Sir Romel, i-whole day na lang namo so that we can accommodate everyone. And then, sa pagkakaroon, please bear with us. Dili pa kayo may kakuan sa ID. Sa mga nangayon, no, kay na ay mga scholarship grants. We do understand ang inyuhang mga needs, pero galisod pa miron kay wala pa mi kapalit og printer sa ID katong PVC kay mahal pa jud kaayo siya no nya ongoing process pa man siya. Pero syempre gahinahinay na mag-layout si sir kay para once available na ang printer, immediately na ta maka-produce og copies for the students. Anyway, we are hoping it will be digitized as well so that you can have a digital copy of your ID. Okay, so muna siya ang ID, school uniform, sorry. School uniform, no colored hair, no extra ear piercings for boys and girls. Wearing of the school ID as of now, this is still okay pa man. Samtang wala pa tayo official school ID pa for this school year. And then, proper slacks, no? Leather shoes, black ang socks ngayon yung gamiton. Proper haircut, di naman tayo pa high school nga 2x3 pero as long as it's neat. Long sleeve, white, syempre sa kayo, no? And then ang necktie, ma-purchase naman sa treasurer's office. Knee length, if possible. Ang inyuhang length sa skirt. Okay, notices. So, clearance slips must be obtained from the cashier's office the day after the midterm exam so that you can work immediately for your clearance. But sometimes no ma-delay man siya. So, i-follow up naman na mo na permi para at least makastart na mo sa inyong clearance signing before finals exam. So, there will be posting of announcements and notices that will be done by AIRSC, care of the creatives team. So, the creatives team is under my responsibility. So, ako man ang head sa creatives team. From time to time, we will post that one in the AIRSC Facebook page. Pwede mo ka agto dito. Or pwede na po sa itong group chat. From time to time, ga-post naman ko dito. Okay? So, please, kung dili pa siya, kanang uban pala itong officers ba, kung dili pa gani siya final, and kuan nga, personal natabo sa Sibam Congress na to, no, nasuko dyan ko ato nga time, if dili pa gani siya approve, dili pa siya final, do not give information right away. If it is not authorized by the program head or any kuan pa jud, no, like the president baron sa AIRSC or the dean of college, you have to wait, no, naamoy kuan ba na ay proper process in sharing announcements kay parsa nang natabo sa kuan previous sa to mga school activities, naglibog na noon mo, no, even sa pag-sharing sa school uniform, information about the school uniform, daghang kay confusion, and that is not what I want. Okay? So, syempre, klarohon tanan. Sa Sibam Congress po, no, wala pa na-finalize ang proposal, katag na dayon ang information, and mo na dayon, no, mo backfire ba na dayon sa department, no? Kami ra bay mo salo sa mga complaints, dili ra ba kamo, ha? So, palihog ta. Let us be sensitive, and let us, please, consult me for any announcements. If di ko ninyo ma-reach out sa messenger, consult me personally. Security guard. So the security guards are agents or persons in authority by virtue of his position and responsibility to secure the whole campus and provide peace and order. Any student who refuses to respect and follow legal orders by persons in authority, also appeal ng security guard, is liable to appropriate disciplinary action. Okay? So please, kana mga security guard, kami raman pod ana ang ga-instruct sa ilaha kinsa ang ialaw og pasulod, kinsa ang kuan. Syempre mumuyag raman na ang security guard tawon, no, based sa policies gi-provide sa school. Dili kay magyaw-yaw mo sa security, himan-himan kay ang security ni follow raman kung sa gihatag sa dean, sa gihatag sa directress, sa program head, sa student affairs office. Okay? Ang discipline committee, part B na ang program heads pod. If let us remind you students. Ikay magpakuan, no? Paisog-isog dayon. Syempre, kung masuko si Kuya Guard, Tarungon lang og tubag. Di kay tubagon po ninyo minaldita or kuan. Tarungon lang po do kuan. Ay, sorry ya, di na masunod sa sunod na lang ya, dili na usbon. Ana. Di kay high blood si Kuya Guard, high blood po ka. High blood na lang mo tanan. Okay, formation policy na to. So we have the Student Affairs Office, but usually diri man jud tawo na tanan sa ako ang lamisa mo agto ang complaints. Ako may muhusay ninyo Japon, no? And then ako nang idala sa Student Affairs Office and then sa Guidance Center dayon ang dean, no? Last na ang directress. So we have intervention programs for sanctions na to, no? So you have disciplinary measures for minor offenses. These are punishable by private warning and community service. So kung minor offenses lang ang imuhang makommit. But if major offenses na gani, i-suspend na ka or advise for transfer. Okay, there will be penalties. So naman po tayo ko pila ka wait lang. Ang campus service for minor offenses, at least 1 to 5 hours of service sa school. Ang muhatag na ana kay ang discipline committee. Appeal na ang program head ana, ano? O 5 hours ka sa kong office, o 3 hours ka sa office sa kuan, registrar. O dito ka sa kuan grounds. Lapad man kay ta grounds diri sa Tibuko, pagunahon jud ta mo dito sa kuan. Suspension for major offenses, 3 to 5 days depending on the offense. Kung saan kabugaton sa offenses, pila po na kaadlaw ang imuhang suspension. Pero kung magsige na ganig balik-balik ang imuhang sala, na nakay exclusion na, no? Dismissal. So naanay dismissal. So dismissal will be the discretion of the Committee on Discipline. Na may ipa-dismiss ng mga estudyante, magtapok na ang mga program heads, ang guidance center, ang student affairs office, ug ang dean. And then, dira pa maka-decide for non-readmission. Ang non-readmission, the student concerned will be allowed to finish the whole semester, pero dili na siya ka-enroll sa second sem. So, dira pa may mag-decide sa dismissal ha, if ang ihatag sa imuha, non-readmission ba, or outright exclusion. Mas bugat ang exclusion class. Kung grabe na jud gani kayo ang imuhang sala, maka-decide mi non-readmission, sige, patiwason lang sa kakarong semester. Pero pag second sem, dili na ka pwede ka enroll. Enroll na lang ka sa laing eskwelahan. Pero kung grabe na gani kayo imuhang sala, nga dili na jud nato makaya og pasaylo kay super na jud ka grabe kalala, nya balik-balik pa jud nimo pagbuhat, outright exclusion. This is heavier penalty than non-readmission. This means dili na ka patiwason, ugma immediately tak-tak na ka sa eskwelahan. Okay? So, di na ka katiwas sa first sem, tak-tak na ka. Hulat na lang kag second sem para mo enroll ka sa lain nga school. So, may siya no, basta first offense, verbal warning with corrective counseling. Siyempre, lang verbal warning ako po, no? Ditso dayon ka kwan. So, verbal warning lang. Ingnon lang ka, unsay mong sayop. Di na mausab ha, ay nami pakita nga may ani ka. Second offense, i-reprimand ka and further counseling with the program head. Sab-an na jud, no? Patawag sa office. Third offense, reprimand and further counseling with guidance counselor. Fourth offense, suspension. So you will not be allowed to enter the school premises for at least 20% of the total school days. Okay? So ito yung butang. Itong i-compute B. So, for example, we have 120 school days. 20% of that, 24 days, kuya sa kasabalay, bakasyon o sa, balik lang ka after 24 days. Fifth offense, gahi man jud kay kag ulo, di man jud ka mutuman, kung saan nagpatawag sa imuha, di man jud ka mabatnon, i-dismiss ka. Dira pa na mag-decide if patiwason ba ka, non-readmission, patiwason ka sa semester, or outright exclusion, undang ka right there and then. Unsa man ni ang mga major offenses na pwede ka ma-qualified for bakasyon via dismissal. So, drunkenness and drug abuse, sulod og klase, hubog, dili pa naka-sober up, entering the campus under the influence of liquor or any amount or any dosage. Magdala pa jud og ilim nun, isulod og aqua flask. Harassment, cybercrime, kanang magsig-harass sa imong classmate nga di na siya mosulod og klase, muharas og mga maestra, magpakauwaw sa eskwelahan. Pila na diri. Major offense. Violating any personal statutes, rules and regulations of CHED, rules and regulations of the college authority, of the student handbook, dismissal, suspension. Okay? Bringing liquor. Tuomog, di mi kabalo na yung mga ninja moves, no? Bata, patawon mo yung mga maestra sa Sibam. Mga Generation Z, patawon mi. Okay? So, if you bring, using your aqua flask, so that is prohibited. Yan na pa yung mga classmates nga kabalong sayop, ilarang i-tolerate, kay mahadlok manugid. Appeal pod mo, ana. Malihog lang. Do not tolerate your classmates. Okay? Using, possessing, distributing, or peddling narcotics, dangerous drugs, including marijuana, or any hallucinogenic agents. Carrying deadly weapons, bladed, sharpened letter openers, firearms, is totally not allowed. Siyempre, naman yung mga cutter, kung ano, mga school activities. Pero dadala kag cutter niya, wala may art activities dira. Pwede. Molesting and committing vandalistic, vulgar and indecent words, acts, or committed against fellow students, employees, and faculty members, and destroying school property. Kanang maguba sa school property, magamit og vulgar and indecent words, mamalikas ka sa imuhang kauban nga estudyante, dili ba mamalikas nga kanang friendly lang, kana pa yung imuna pa yung awayon, no? Or sa faculty member, major offense. Tearing off or defacing any library, book, magazine, or periodical. Forging, tampering, and stealing records and paper alterations or misuse of college documents, records, and credentials. Himo-himog imong kagalingon nga resibo, mag-forge gani, no, dili po na pwede. Nami gipatawag nga estudyante ana. Coming from Sibam. Cheating, dishonesty, plagiarism. Hindi po na siya pwede, class. Representing or wearing any uniform, insignia, or other, identifying symbols of the college or any faculties without proper authority. Publishing false information about the school, its officials, or faculty members in any way using social media. Kana mga chismis-chismis ra ba niya, pataka ra kag sulti about sa school, pataka ra kag kwan without any proper evidence, no? Kanang imuharang ikuan, hindi po na siya pwede. Major offense na siya. Possessing, distributing subversive, libelous publications, writings, or other materials. Immoral acts. To sa kangit-ngitan, no? Sa kayo mag-prayer na ta dito sa kangit-ngitan, no? Dili pod tawon. No? Kasi nga tuomog, di mi aware ana. Sa kayo santos na po kayo nga di mi aware sa inyong mga immoral acts. No? Petting, necking, orgies, and other indecent acts. It's offensive to public laws and Catholic morality. Is also a major offense. You get a room, no, bala mo dira, please lang, ayaw lang taon mo mag-PDA diri sa eskwelahan. No? Okay, let us all be adults. You are all adults here. No, let's all be responsible adults. Dili kay magpa-feeling high school ra punta. I mean it's okay to have fun, no, kung ay mga school activities, but when it matters the most, please become responsible adults. Public or campus disturbance and causing panic or confusion. Kanang mag-create of mass hysteria. Nga, for prank lang, di pa na siya pwede. Harassment and picketing at college entrances and exits, dili nyo pasulo yung classmate, dili nyo pagawason sa campus, no, yung babagan. Inflicting violence and physical injury inside and outside the campus. So, ma-inflict kag harm sa imuhang classmate, that's major offense. Unauthorized use of college facilities, violating the proper use of the library, AVR, computer rooms, and other facilities without proper permission. And those are just under major offenses. Minor offenses, writing or drawing on the walls and pieces of furniture, unauthorized removal of posters from the bulletin board. Na ganing, di ka ginahan makita sa bulletin board, murang gisiyon, no? Kinsarapod ka. Minor offense. Throwing waste paper, rubbish, or littering, spitting in public places, lending one's ID to another, misconduct inside the classroom like shouting, whistling, loud talking and laughing that disturbs other classes, disturbing during authorized practices and performances like symposia and lectures, sharing of links in cases of online sessions, and clear and visible tattoos. So tattoos are okay as long as matabunan. Kaya di man may makakuan nga kung naa naman jud na dira, as long as matabunan naman siya, dili siya visible, that is okay. So again ha, na naman tong table dito, summary sa unsay matabo once you are caught by any faculty can reprimand you, even maintenance, even the security guard. If you will be caught doing those things, ma-report na sila sa program head and dean. Lantawon na ito sa matrix no, sa table for minor and major offenses. Okay? So in cases of immorality, assault, verbal or emotional assault on school officials, faculty members, employees, and fellow students, disrupting classes, offending students, may not be accepted the following semester and may be advised to transfer to another school after being submitted to due process. And let us take note, I am true to my word. You already know that we have already cases reported to my office and it has been taken action already. And you are aware of that. So, we will not move forward with this one. Basahon na lang ninyo ang inyong mga due process. Once makakommit mo, and let us not pray, please lang, as much as possible, do not commit any minor or major offenses. But if ever nga makakommit man ta, please lang, no, ayaw lang intawon. Kaya di mo po may ginahan, ipatawag ka intaw niya. I know, mahadlok man po mo, ipatawag mo. So please, let us just abide by the school policies. But in case nga makakommit ka of any minor or major offenses, kindly read in page 22 of your student handbook for the due process for minor and major offenses, what will happen. Kani siya, wala ni siya natabo sa previous year, karon ni siya gi-apply due to what happened to the previous pajud nga mga tuig, and this is applicable for this school year. Okay, so 3 or more minor offenses during the year, dili semester ha, the student will be under discipline probation. And then if the student commits 2 or more major offenses, twice of the same violation shall be under serious discipline probation na may right to refuse the student to enroll next school year. And let's now proceed to the lighter and far more easier nga section of the school handbook, and that is the grading system. So let's now proceed to section 9, page 23 of your student handbook. We have 3 grading system within the semester: prelim, midterm, final. So unlike before no nga 30-70%, meaning 70% of your 30% of your prelim grade maka-contribute na siya to your final midterm grade, and then ang coverage for midterm grade is 30% prelim, 70% partial midterm grade. So man ato ang grading system before. So para to avoid mga ingana no kay basin niya ubang estudyante nga nag-underperform sa prelim, ma-affected ang iyahang midterm o final grade, or naiuban nga dako kaayo og grade sa prelim, mo underperform sa midterm o final, kay na naman siya pamundo sa prelim, to avoid nga nga kind of situation, we will just natay bag-on nga computation sa grading system. So kung unsay mohang grado sa prelim, sa midterm o ang partial final grade, i-compute raman na siya, i-add na siyang tulo, and then i-divide sa 3, muna na siya ay muhang semestral grade or final or official final grade sa subject. So passing is 75, but we have the retention policy. So 78 jud dapat ang inyuhang lowest grade for SIBAM. Okay? Highest possible grade 100%. So kita tanan sa SIBAM, we are covered under A for subject with researches. So 30% for reading and written assignments, reflection or reaction paper, projects, research and presentation, 35%. Ma'am, asa mo sulod ang quizzes under diri sa 30%. Examination or summative assessments, prelim, midterm, and final, 35%. Overall, 100%. So if you fail to take the final exam or prelim pa lang daan, wala na kay take sa imuhang ko ano, either drop, no credit, or no grade. Wala may INC sa college. Dili na siya mo apply ang INC. Diretso na drop, diretso na no grade, diretso no credit, and you have to retake the subject again next school year. Okay. For honors, ang highest honors or gold dapat 95% or higher. And then ang highest grade niya is 100. Wait lang. Lowest grade niya 95, sorry. Wait lang ha. Okay, 95 ang lowest grade ni highest honors or gold. GWA niya is 95 or higher. Ang highest grade niya per subject is 100. At least makakuha siya 100. Ang high honors or silver, lowest grade should be 93. GWA should be at least 91, or yung total na general weighted average, 91 to 95%. Ang highest grade, 98. Masking imong lowest grade 93, pero imong highest grade is only 95, dili ka ma-silver pedalist, no? Or di ka ma-high honors. Ang with honors, ang lowest grade is 86. GWA, at least nasa 89 to 91. Ang highest grade is 95. And dapat i-take ang all subjects and then full load, dili ka irregular student, wala kay incomplete or failing grade, no grade lower than 86 in any subject. And also, appeal na ni siya, no, dapat active sa theology, 90 to 100 ang iyahang score or grade, rather than ang conduct pud niya, no, iyahang attitude, character, part na siya sa evaluation for honors. If you will get less than 95 or 90 to 100 sa character and co-curricular activities, sorry, masking bright pa ka, tak-tak Japon ka, we will undergo deliberation. It would be unfair, no, to the students if dili na mo nga naon, no, kay nay uban nga active kay sa co-curricular activities, usahay gani, no, kanang mag-struggle na og balance sa academics ug student activities, unya kuan pod, no, kanang mayo pod og batasan, no, deserving man na sila kay mo man na siya class di man dra po na nato makuha nang ato alam, di lang holistic formation man ta diri, no, dili lang ta mo focus on our grades but also on character and our active participation as well. No, you will be disciplined as student leaders man. Okay? So, syempre, there are procedures to select honor undergraduates. Ang registrar ang mo help mag-identify together with the program head. Kaming mga program head class, igor ami mo dawat sa mga list of students nga mo qualify according to the registrar. So, dili mo masigig yaw-yaw diri sa amo kay igor man mo dawat sa report sa registrar. Sila man ay mo identify sa mga students kinsay mo qualify for honors for deliberation. Kay syempre they have the records of all of your grades. Okay? And then for graduation with honors, we have with us here the graduating students. Latin honors summa cum laude. Your general weighted average should be 95% or higher. Highest grade dapat maski ikaw sa lang sa tibok nimong college life na kay 100 nga grado. And then lowest grade 95. You have to be a consistent highest honor gold medalist ka since first year throughout your program at CSR. For magna cum laude, 91 to 95% imong general weighted average, highest grade of 100, lowest grade of 93. You have to be a consistent high honor or silver medalist throughout your program at CSR. And for cum laude, 89 to 91 ang GWA, 100 po ang highest grade. Dapat makaabot tag 100 at least ikausa lang, no? Mabalag usa lang ka 100 nga grado throughout your college life and 90% for lowest grade. Consistent honors throughout the program at CSR. Why are we doing this? Balhin lamig laing school ma'am ay taas kay standard ng CSR. Exactly, dapat taas og standard ng institution. When you graduate with Latin honors, it means nasala jud mo sa institution and you are qualified, no? Kanang you are the cream of the crop na jud nga dili na jud mabangbang ang imong intellect, your character and your ability as a student leader. And when you go outside and when you work in the industry, dili pud mauwawan ng institution kay you are really capable. You are competent. Okay? So, kuan na lang kayo na, no? If you just want to become an honor student and you do not possess any competence at you at all, then for kuan naman na imuha for clout, no? For the sake of being recognized, but that is not what we want to accomplish in our institution. What we want to accomplish is that we want to produce competent individuals, competent graduates that again will meet the demands of the industry. That will really become functioning citizens of the society, no? Di kabalo basic literacy skills dili kabalo nya mo graduate with Latin honors. What an insult to the institution. This is not a diploma mill, no? Guidelines for the selection of graduating honor students. Must have taken all courses at Colegio de Santa Rita and has been approved by the Office of the Registrar. Full load, not an irregular student. Walay failing grade or incomplete grade. Has no grade lower than 90 in any subject. 90 to 100 ang iyang grade sa theology. 95 to 100 sa curricular activities as well as sa iyang conduct, character. There is actually na siya evaluation form for co-curricular activities and your character. I-evaluate ka sa mga teachers and also syempre no kanang mga admin nga nakakita sa imuha if you're really active on school activities, if butan ba ka nga kind of student, wala ba kay record sa school, wala ba yung mga reports against sa imuha, di ba? And syempre even how you deal with people, managad ba ka, mugit ba kasi mong mga teachers, do you show respect, mga pilpod na. So don't worry for those nga dili makaabot sa criteria sa Latin honors. We have academic distinction awards. A student must gain 95% or higher with 90 as the lowest grade following the guidelines for the selection of graduating honor students. So katong dili makaabot sa criteria sa Latin honors, pwede man siya punta ma-qualified for academic distinction awards. Okay? So at least, di na mo ma-pressure kay 86 ra inyong lowest grade. When you graduate, di siya po ma-discredit ang inyong effort because you can still graduate with honors. Dili lang noon Latin honors, but at least academic distinction awardee. Tagan siya po credit ang imuhang efforts as a student. So, mana ni siya no, naatay evaluation form ha. Basin, I'm not bluffing, I am true to my word. Mo man dyan ni matabo basta mag-deliberation. And I want you all to know that, especially sa second year, para pamundo na mo. Dili po di paagi og kanang sasayop nga paagi. Pamundo na mo daan samtang second year pa, pero sa sakto nga paagi sa own paningkamot. Okay? Mara na siya. And, syempre, class, before I will end, katong loyalty award gikan og kanang kuan. Gikan og nag high school sa amua hangtod nag college sa CSR. Ang mga special awards dili na mi ana mo kuano kay ang Air SC na ana ang mo discuss. Okay. For the agreement, you will sign this one. Kay ingon, hala dili ko aware sa handbook, ma'am. Dili ko aware sa mauna. Unsa man din ning sign man kaani, no? So this handbook agreement is a requirement for clearance sa program head. If wala mo ani, di mo mapermahan, syempre. So please kindly secure this one once after the orientation, either this week or next week. And then this is like a proof that you have already attended the orientation and you are aware of the policies and you promise to abide by the policies and standards set by the institution. And that is it, no, for my orientation sa inyo, no, of the student handbook. Syempre, ako yung gidiin ang school policies, no, kay may pinaka-importante. Let me just enable your microphone, kay disable na ko na siya. If you have questions, please feel free to click the raise hand button and I'll be able to, so that I may be able to answer to all of your concerns. Pangutana. I think I saw, if I can remember, I can clearly remember, I think I saw Lambert and also Elena raise their hand just a while ago. If you have some concerns or questions that you would like to raise, kindly inform me right now before na ko i-end ang meeting. Kaya naapat tayo second batch. Pwede po kumusturya karno kay paus na kay ko. So, syempre, sa next na po na siya nga meeting. So, if you have any concerns, to sila ni Eleno, si Lambert, na may mga pangutana, mga yung sa kinabuhi, violent reactions, inform me right away so that you will be addressed, no? Yes, Eleno?
Good afternoon, Dam.
Afternoon.
Sorry, Dam. Wala to na ko tayo. Matuplukan rin ako.
Okay. It's okay.
Wala ra ko question na. Klaro naman tayo.
Okay. How about for Lambert? Is he still around? God, dry mouth na kahit ano. Bro, pa si Lambert dire. Wala na. Basta natuplakan na po to na Lambert. Do you have any concerns or questions that you would like to raise? Mga pangutana?
Wala rama.
Okay. Okay, since Clara naman, and again, for those who aren't able to join us, you will have an option to either join me again for another synchronous orientation, or you can just watch my recording sa ako ang, I will just send the recording sa inyong group chat para at least makalantaw pa ng uban. Ha? Pero syempre, mo check po kung attendance. Okay? Thank you so much everyone for joining me this afternoon. And then, kita na lang ta sa either Friday, kay online naman ta ugma, Friday for the distribution of the student handbook form or agreement form. Thank you so much everyone. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ma'am Shai. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, Dang.